Hello, I'm Sky Moore, and this segment is on using tax subsidies to finance your film. I'm sure you've heard of this, and so I just want to give you kind of the basics of how it works. There are three different ways of tax subsidies for film financing: foreign, U.S., and state. So let's do the foreign first. And you've probably heard of that. These are the foreign tax shelters. They are all over the world. They're in Australia, Canada, Germany, the UK. The basic scheme is a sale-leaseback model where you sell your rights to a foreign entity. They license the rights back to you. There's a pile of paperwork, and at the end of the day, you get about 10% of your budget. Second is the United States, and you've probably may have heard of Section 181, and it is a deduction that lets you deduct the first $15 million of the cost of making a film if it's produced in the United States. And it unfortunately doesn't work because it's not a credit. All you get is a deduction, and all it does in truth is accelerate the deduction by a year, and a deduction doesn't give you money. So Section 181, done. Doesn't work. Oh well, too bad. And finally, we have what really does work and gives you real money, which is the state tax credits. And that has been an enormous boon for the film industry because all the states are competing with each other to see how much they can give you to produce your film in their states. And they work on two different models of tax credits. One is where they're assignable, and you get your tax credit based on producing in the local jurisdiction, and you go and sell that credit to some buyer who's a taxpayer in that jurisdiction. The states are competing with each other on how much credit they give. Some states go from 20% all the way up to 30%, so that if you spend, again, you spend $1 million in the state, some states will give you a credit as high as $300,000. That's a happy day. That's real, honest-to-God money that you can use for your film. So the state tax credits are far and away the best source of financing now. So again, one is assignable, the other is refundable. They don't let you assign it, but the state ultimately will refund to you the amount of your credit, and you can borrow against it. You may not be able to sell it, but you can at least pledge it to a bank and be able to actually what's called monetize it, which is to raise money for your film. The state tax credits are far and away the most viable form of film financing these days. You should pursue it for your film.